Hi guys. Today was doctor day. So I had to get up early this morning and go to the doctor. I live in Virginia, so my doctor's appointment was over in Tennessee. And so we had a little bit of a travel. I had to go see my GI doctor, and that's a little bit, about a little over an hour away. I live in a very rural community, and our specialists are usually out of town, so we had to travel out of town this morning, and so I had to go see my GI doctor. And so when I got there, I started to get on the elevator, and there was a young girl. To me, she's a young girl. She was probably in her early 20s, and she was very polite and very nice, and she actually complimented me. She said, "Oh, I love your bun." And you all know I have this crazy bun. And she said, "I love the flower that you have in there." She said, "It matches your blouse really nice." Well, I actually had found this in my stash of, hairpins and everything a couple of days ago, and I forgot I had these. I'd actually ordered them from Amazon, months and months ago. I'd intended on wearing them in the back of my hair, when I braid it or put it in a ponytail. They actually just clip on. And I put them in a braid one day, and it just didn't look right, clipped on to the back. They actually just kind of fell out a lot of times, so I just put them back in my stash. And so the other day, when I had my hair up in this wild bun, the way I'm wearing it now, I thought, that might look good just to clip it on my bun. And so I decided just to wear it that way today. So she really loved it. And so that pleased me. And when I come out of my appointment, I told my husband, about, the girl really liking it and everything. And she really liked my bun, the way it was put up that way. And he said, "Well, I told you, when you wear your hair wild like that, it looks good." And I said, "Thanks, I think." So, yeah. So I think that I've got some of these. I got a blue one and a silver one. And I'm not sure, I got about 4 or 5. So I think I'm just going to wear them that way now. Yeah, I'm getting wild in my old age. So I think I'm just going to wear them that way. And so on to my doctor's appointment, and quit this silliness. So, like I said, it was my GI appointment, and I had this appointment set up months ago anyway. I go about twice a year to her, but my regular doctor, she had run my pancreas enzymes a couple of months ago when I was there, because I asked her to do that, because nobody ever checks on those enzymes much, and I knew I was going to go to my GI doctor, so I wanted those to go ahead and be run, so I would have them ready for my GI doctor. And so a little background is, I think I told you this on my video maybe yesterday or so. Several years ago, I had to have half my pancreas taken out due to a tumor, and thankfully it was benign, but it was a tumor that was very large and filled with fluid, and they kept draining the fluid. I had to go back like 3 separate times, and the fluid kept coming back, and the tumor kept getting larger, and so the last time it septated, and what that means is it started septating off and making 2 tumors, and so the surgeon made the call that I really needed the surgery, because it was beginning to take over my pancreas, and that could have been a bad situation. And so they went ahead and brought me in and took that large tumor out, and it was like a suspicious tumor at that time, but God looked out for me, and it was benign, thankfully. And so that ended up a messy surgery. They ended up having to take my spleen out because they couldn't get to my pancreas at that time. The spleen was overlapping the pancreas, so I ended up having to have my spleen taken out at the same time as well, and they had to go ahead and take my gallbladder out. So that was a really messy surgery, having to have half my pancreas taken out, and my spleen, and my gallbladder. And so I was supposed to actually end up being a brittle diabetic. So they brought the insulin in, and they said, when they took my, finger sticks, and they said, no, you're not going to need, insulin. And I said, no, I told you before surgery I was not going to be a brittle diabetic, which I am a borderline diabetic because of that. But I'm not a brittle diabetic, which I told him I wasn't going to be. I put it all in God's hands. And so that was several years ago, and I only have a half a pancreas, and so that made me not have enough pancreas enzymes, and so since then I've had to take medication called Creon, and it that is actually pancreas enzymes with tea, with all my meals and snacks, and so I've not had like a really good doctor to follow up with that the last few years. Most of my doctors have retired and went on into retirement, and so now I need somebody to follow up with my pancreas and my enzymes. So my GI doctor, who I've had for several years, she is going to be following up with that. And so today when I saw her, she went over my lab work, and she saw that the two pancreas enzymes, one's called amylase and one's lipase. And the lipase seems to be okay, but the amylase is elevated, and it's not within the normal range. So she needs to do a CT scan of my pancreas to see how my pancreas looks. It's been several years since I've had that CT scan done. And the last time, she was the one that done it several years ago. And, the pancreas has shrunk, and it's not really visible on the scans, but she needs to look and see how the pancreas functions now and how my pancreas enzymes are looking. And we need to see why that one enzyme, the amylase, is abnormal now. And really, we just need to see if I really need the enzymes now, the Creon, if we need to adjust it, and maybe I can go off of it, or we just really need to see what is going on with the pancreas now, if there's anything going on, or if there's not anything going on, and maybe I can adjust my medications. So really, we really don't know anything right now until we get some tests done. So I have to have the CT scan, and there's another laboratory test that I need done that will tell about the enzymes better than just the blood work. The blood work can give them some indication of the pancreas enzymes, but there's another test that she said will let her know about the pancreas enzymes a little bit better. So when I have the CT scan, which won't be until I think August the 21st, I'll have that done, and then when I go in for that, I can go to the laboratory and do another test, and so that will tell us a little bit more about the pancreas enzymes. So right now, I'm not really concerned. I'm not really worried. I just take things day by day. So we will see what goes on probably in the next couple of months. So I'm just a day-by-day person. I don't worry about things until I have to, and really this may not be anything to worry about. So it just may be something that I can adjust medications, and we're just going to take it day by day and see. So I just wanted to fill you in on that appointment today. So yeah, and when we got done, we went to Michael's. We don't have a Michael's here. Like I said, I live in a rural community. We don't have a lot of these stores. So when I do get to go to my doctor's appointments out of town, I like to go to Michael's and Hobby Lobbies and some of these places. So I went to Michael's and picked up a few things today. And on my next video, I'll probably show you some of the things I got. I got some things on 70% off, and just a few things that I want to try crafting with. And I'll probably show some of my Michael's haul today, or probably tomorrow or my next video. And I'm kind of tired from my trip today, going to Tennessee. And I did want to go to Hobby Lobby and a few more places today, but I was really tired by the time I got out of the doctor's office, and I haven't been really sleeping well My neck and shoulder has just really been bothering me lately, and I've just been woke up in the middle of the night several times with it hurting, and I just didn't feel like traipsing around shopping today in the stores. So we came back home today, and I've been just prowling around the house, piddling around, doing a few things. And so today I'm going to just warm up some leftovers. I had meatloaf. Well, I cooked it for my husband over the weekend, and I didn't rerun it. I call it reruns. I didn't rerun it yet, and so he decided he wanted a meatloaf sandwich later today. So that's what I'm going to do, is fix him a meatloaf sandwich. And I had baked spaghetti over the weekend, and I'm going to warm that up for me. And it's just going to be a simple reruns for supper tonight, and then I'm going to crash. But I did want to check in with you, just update you on my doctor's appointment, and that's it. And I hope you've had a great day today, a blessed day, and I will talk to you on my next video. Bye-bye.